Hey, it's Dr. Dale with 5 things that you should not say after someone has lost a loved one. In society, I think we have these sayings that come to people's minds automatically when they find out someone's loved one has died and they just say them, not meaning any harm, but these are 5, but there's so many more of things just not to say. They don't help. They don't show that you have any compassion. It's almost like a robotic response, and it can be hurtful to someone who's grieving. And that leads me to number 1. They're in a better place. No one wants to hear that. That's not helping anybody that's grieving. And that leads me to number 2. It's time to move on with your life. Okay? Yeah, that's not what I'm processing right now. I'm grieving, I'm hurting, I've just lost my loved one. That statement does nothing for me, and that leads me to number 3. Everything happens for a reason. Again, what is that giving somebody who just lost the loved one? And that leads me to number 4, sharing your grief story. I understand that you feel like, hey, I'm sharing this, maybe that'll help them, but it really doesn't. It kind of negates their experience, because they're going through whatever they're going through right now, and they're feeling their feelings, and it has nothing to do with you, so that doesn't help. And that leads me to number 5. You have to stay strong. Stay strong for who? Let the person grieve. See, when we say things like this, it keeps people from grieving. They start to isolate, and then you're telling them to avoid what has happened. Keep pushing forward. And you're not meaning that. You're probably not, but that's why a lot of people don't like to talk about grief. They don't like to talk about death, because it's almost a taboo in our society. But all it does is hurts when you're not grieving healthy. So if this is you and you're trying to comfort somebody, the best thing to do is just sit there in silence, hold their hand, ask them, is there anything you can do for them or help them with? Things like that. But just be there sometimes. And I know people don't like to sit in silence. It's kind of awkward for them, but sometimes that's the best thing. They just need you there. They just need your support. And if you're struggling with grief, please seek a therapist so they can help you maneuver through your grief. Praying for everybody who's lost anybody.